Naples Tower, this is helicopter 357 Lima Hotel requesting Hunter taxi to spot Charlie with Alpha.
Hey everybody, Rob here from Heli Skunkworks, and what we got going on here is we're going to be doing an unboxing of the latest Blade heli, which is the Blade 120 SR. This thing basically just came out, got in most hobby stores today, and I just got mine today, so I'm doing an unboxing right now, show you what's in the package, show you what you're getting. Should be a really cool new little heli here. So you'll notice one thing is that it says that I have the RTF, or ready to fly version. I actually have the bind and fly version. In other words, there is no transmitter in here. I'm actually using my own transmitter. However, that transmitter is set up to mimic what your stock transmitter will be, which will be a small little black transmitter. If you have the Blade MCX, the MCX2, or the MSR, pretty much exactly the same kind of transmitter. I'll show you a picture of it here real quick. Okay, so that's the transmitter that you will be getting in your box. Okay, so with that said, let's get right to it, and let's start unboxing this sucker. Alright guys, I just got the thing on the floor here, and we're going to go ahead and open it up and see what we got. Alright, so we pretty much we got the typical stuff. We start out, got the manual. Keep things in view here. Got the SR 120 SR manual. In the box in the top here, you have your little accessories package. This has a small screwdriver in there, has some extra linkages. If you should break at some point, and looks like you got some grommets probably that hold the canopy onto the frame. Make sure you put this in a safe place, leave it in the box. If you're going to store it, whatever, just make sure that you hold on to that, because you will want this in the future. Put that up there. Pull this off, and here we go. I'm actually going to tilt this. The Blade 120 SR. As I said, there's no transmitter with this one. I'm using my own DX6i transmitter. I'll try and hold this so you can see it. All right, we'll start out with, we have the charger. You got your LiPo battery charger here. And this is one of those new Spektrum chargers. This came out with that Blade tandem heli that they did not all too long back. Anyway, this is kind of a variable charger. You can actually set the charging rate, which is kind of cool. So we got that. That's the charger. This is the power adapter for the charger. And naturally we have the battery. Now this is it's a single cell. It's a 3.7 volt, 500 milliamp hour battery. Let me give you a quick suggestion. If you only have one battery, go down to the hobby shop, pick up at least one extra. At least have 2 of these batteries on hand, preferably 3. For all of my helis, I always have at least 3 batteries, so that when you're flying one, charging another, and another is on standby, it's a good system, works out well that way. So there's your battery, and of course take the tape off, the 120 SR itself. I have a feeling in these videos I'm going to keep calling this just the SR, since that was the last series that we did, and I have been saying that quite a bit. But I do mean 120 SR, in case I ever don't catch myself. Here's our 120 SR. So put this up on the table, and we will look at the whole setup. Alright guys, so here's the whole setup. E-flite power adapter, charger, 500 milliamp battery, accessories package, your manual, and the 120 SR itself. If you are just starting out, if you're pretty much brand new to RC helicopters, or if you are coming from a co-axial helicopter, doesn't really matter which brand, or if you're coming from, say, the Blade MSR, which is a smaller version of this. That's pretty much who my videos are aimed at. Anyways, as I was saying, have at least 2 to 3 extra, in all total batteries. Also, if you're really new to flying, if this is your first helicopter, you will want to, I would say right off the bat, do yourself a favor, go down and buy yourself an extra set of main blades. And while you're down there, pick up a tail rotor as well. As I tell everybody, when you're a beginner, you're going to crash. This is a very easy helicopter to fly, but you're going to crash. You're going to want extra main blades, extra tail rotor for starters. Just make sure that you have those. All right, I just want to say about this whole setup, guys, that probably the #1 question that I have been asked since I started doing the SR, the Blade SR series, was a lot of guys were confused over should they start out with something like the MSR, or should they start out with the Blade SR, which is of course it's a collective pitch helicopter. It's quite a bit more sophisticated than the MSR or this. This may be the happy medium right here, the 120 SR. If you figured that you would pretty much outgrown the MSR, so to speak, that the SR CP helicopter would be too much for you, I think that your ship may have literally come in this helicopter. I haven't flown it yet, but I think it's going to be pretty good. All right, guys. One final thing that I want to do here is I want to do a size comparison to give you a sense of the relative scale of the 120 SR versus the MSR and the SR. So we'll line them up tail to tail. Here's our SR. And it's roughly about half the size. Just about half the size of the 120 here. All right, and then we have the Blade SR. And it's actually a little bit out of the view of the camera there, but so this gives you a relative, a sense of the relative size between the MSR, the 120, and the SR. So with that, we'll go ahead and conclude this video. Make sure, I'm going to be doing a lot, doing quite a few videos for the 120 SR. We're going to be doing a setup and first flight video tomorrow. Make sure that you subscribe so that way as soon as you log into YouTube, you will instantly see the new video, the updates, what have you, on this helicopter. So go ahead and subscribe if you want to get the updates. And tomorrow we'll be doing the setup and first flight, and we'll go ahead and fly this thing around and see how it handles. So with that, guys, this is Rob with Helicopter Skunk Works. Take care and happy flying.